John Batiste has 3 new installments in his discography for us to consume and to use very differently as well, right? Each kind of has its own energy transfer that you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, lock into or should lock into.
Yes.
And it's also a continuation because you had Black Beethoven.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was like last year and a half ago.
It's only been that?
Yeah, real recent. I started with Beethoven. I mean, probably like a year, yeah.
Now, listen, when it comes to classical,
yeah,
and you know, when they told me you wanted to come in for these records, it was going to be more of a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I could hear a classical record and be like, that sounds familiar. Can't tell you the name.
Yeah,
right?
The names be long.
Yeah. But also don't know the records well enough to know. Some are more evident, like when I listen to Black Beethoven, it's clear on the opening song where you bring in the blues.
Yeah.
And change it, right? In the monk meditations and monk movements, I don't know Thelonious Monk well enough.
Yeah.
Right? I know some, but even the way you do the meditations, I couldn't pick up where you interpreted and shifted and finessed
right
the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure there's somebody listening to this conversation right now that will absolutely grab it right away.
Yeah. I mean, or not. I think that's the vibe too, because it's like we're in this time where, you know, from Mozart, it's been, you know, over 250 years, and the stuff is everywhere. You hear it in cartoons, you know, you hear it on ringtones. When we have ringtones, you hear it everywhere you can imagine in the world without knowing the name of it or where it came from. And that's the honor of a musician, that you can be forgotten, but your melodies live on. Just like the idea of something that you had as used a vessel for goes in the world, and then people just recognize it and use it in ways that they feel fits their life. And they don't even know where it came from. They didn't know you. They don't know your history. But that melody, that thing that you channel, it goes. So now I feel like, you know, Mozart, Beethoven, they did these melodies, and it's become a part of the fabric of music, of culture. And there's been so much culture that's happened since then that I consider to be classic expansion of the Black American classical music, gospel, blues, jazz, soul, R&B, hip hop. We have this expansion of the color palette and expansion of expression. So you just add that to the canon of great work. What we call canon is really that's a fancy name for saying this is the greatest standard-bearing work that we all refer to.
Yeah, this stuff is on the mantle. This is the bar. This is the...
Yeah, this is the bar. This is the level. And I'm like, well, it can't all just be from Europe. So now there's so much more. So I'm using those influences. I'm taking the essence of the stuff that was channeled through these divine channels, these vessels in their time, and I'm blending it. And it becomes something that somebody today, if I don't have any background on it, I could just listen to it and connect to something. So you don't have to know, man. Sometimes I don't even know. I just make the music that comes to me.
Well, you know, one of the conversations I wanted to, when I heard Black Beethoven, or heard you doing it, and then Black Mozart, first of all, I love, and you know me well enough, and we've had enough conversations, you know, I love when Black folks take something that was exclusive.
Yeah.
And remind the world, you ain't that exclusive. We could play that if we want to, but the way we vibrate and the way we communicate and the way we find joy feels and sounds a little bit different. But we could do that and we could do this. Like that's very hip hop to me.
Yeah.
Like it's very like, look, jazz was that. Jazz was, the idea was, it's not classical. It's jazz.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It moves differently. It's got a fluidness to it. It's got a soul to it. It's got humanity is in it. It's not rigid.
For sure.
It's what's the word I'm looking for?
It got the vibe on it.
It's got a vibe on it, but it's also in the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not contrived.
Happening.
It's happening right now in front of you.
Yeah.
It's alive.
See, man, that's the, bruh. classical music used to have an improvisatory tradition.
That's the word
too.
I was looking for, improvisational.
It had that, and I think because of a lot of things, you know, whether it's class and the class war, and the consciousness of how that's shifted over time. There's the culture wars and the way that things are placed in categories by people who become gatekeepers. And I think gatekeeping to some degree is good if it's the right person, if it's the authority that matters most. But a lot of times that's not the case.
It's corporatized financial gatekeeping.
It becomes a commodity, and it becomes something that serves a certain demographic. So I love pushing back on that and kind of bringing something that it exists because we exist the way that we are, and we can't be repressed. Mm-hmm. We express the way that we express. We live how we live, and all of these separations, these categories are really just illusions. And then when we express
made
truly,
up constructs.
It's a construct, and you express something for real, and it just exposes that. So I love music for that reason too, because it's the last things, you know, we see how politics, see how religion it's become something that divides us in a lot of ways when it's not pure. And I don't think we should do that with our art and our music. We should find a way to actually celebrate the humanity in it.
I love that, man. And creating the Beethoven blues or Black Mozart or even monk meditations and monk movements, it's all rooted in the original creations of these individuals. So my first question is, how much of each one did you already know and can play by memory? Yeah. Right? Because I know you have that skill.
Yeah.
And then how much were you like, I need sheet music so I can learn it from the sheet music and then finesse it into my thing?
Yeah.
Well, what was the recording?
I didn't know much of Mozart's music to the degree that I knew Thelonious Monk, but I knew it enough to reference the scores. And then one day I did this whole album. So I sat down, I looked at the scores, I refreshed myself. And then in my mind, I started to create what I thought would be the extension or the interpolation of the original. Yeah. And then I mapped it out in my mind, and then I started to play once I had it clear. Like I could see the notes in my mind's eye. And then I went to the piano, I played. And I was surprised when you hear on the record, I had a mic up just because I want you to feel the spontaneity and the discovery of it. You hear me kind of surprising myself in the record, but and also I want you to feel like you were sitting, like how we sitting.
That's right.
Just like brothers sitting, talking, playing. It's like easy. Yeah. I'm in conversation with Mozart, like if he was there, and we was trading bars on the piano, and he would be like, I play this one. What if I took it this way? And what if I went?
I was battling.
Yeah, it's literally was. I mean, that's a great way of thinking about it. It was in a
jamming,
cipher.
or however you want to.
Yeah. I love that. Just the idea of being in conversation. With one of the goats and just kind of.
So it's really like a versus.
Exactly.
This is really John Batiste versus.
Yeah, we're getting into it. Let's go. Come on, Amadeus, Wolfgang. Where at, Wolfgang?
Yo, Swiss, Timbo. Let's get this versus going.
Let's get it going. Yo, shout out Swiss, Timbo. But I love that, man. Just the idea of being able to fully be myself in a context where, you don't usually see people that free. Yeah. And, I'm a Black American man from Louisiana with my roots going back to the Yoruba people, Benin, the Congo, all the way through the Creole Cajun tradition, the diasporic lineage, the northernmost tip of the Caribbean being New Orleans, and me growing up in this lineage and this family and all of the expression that I was born to really carry forward. I see myself as an authority to be able to do that. I know the music, I know the scores, and I also want to elaborate on what the canon can be.
Right.
I got my
everything. Here we go. When you carry this keyboard, it's also a wind instrument and keyboard simultaneously. Yeah. What exactly is because you have different versions of this?
Yeah. I call it a harmonica board, harmonica and keyboard put together, harmonica board. It's called melodica, melody horn. It was originally a child's toy. My dad went on tour in the 90s in Japan. He brought one back to me, and then I started to tinker with what the original version of the melodica was and make my own versions. And I invented an instrument.
Is that your version?
This one is not. This one was just small. I wanted to carry. I carry it when I travel, just to kind of like. Talking about. As ideas come out, play.
So you keep that with you. So specifically, when something hits you, you can actually get that out of your brain into something. So you can hear it back into your ear what you're thinking. Is that what we're? Because on multiple occasions I've had conversations with you, and you have that with you.
Yeah, I started carrying it around when I moved to New York. I've been in New York now almost 21 years. When I was a teenager, I moved here, and I'll take it with me on the subway. And I'll carry it with me all over. And then I became known for playing on the subways and on the platforms, not asking for money, just literally play a concert for people. And, with my band, we would come down. And it was a way for me to start to really embed in culture and see people and understand people and the range of different people, the melting pot of the city, and to break out of this mentality of music being in concert halls reserved for people who have the money to buy tickets to go see that, or being in certain setups where it was kind of controlled and commodified. I just wanted to just...
Reoccurring theme here.
Yeah,
of John,
that's me, man.
John trying to make sure that the elites don't take art and keep it from common folk.
We talked about this last time. We talked about Fela.
That's right.
Man, I love the idea of disrupting that. Not out of spite for anybody. I do it all actually from love, because I think love is the highest frequency. It's the every all, end all, be all. And if we can resonate from that place with music, it's so deep. So like going to the subway, we would see people of all walks of life, man. We'd be playing. It would be homeless, unhoused people, or you would see sometimes even the most elite person, and they come together in a moment where you're creating music, and it started to key in. For me, it's like, oh, if I could do this here, I could build all of these different machines, compositions, albums, stories, moments like this for the next however long I'm blessed to be out here. So it was also a way for me as a young teenager to kind of like, how do I break out of my shell? I was always very introspective and philosophical and always kind of observing. And this allowed for me to get up from behind the piano and be able to like... In the world, in a certain way, because I was a gamer too. I learned music from video games, right? And I'll play the games and transfer the music from the games on the piano and on different instruments. And I love that too, because when you go through different levels, especially a game like Final Fantasy, where you build the kind of narrative with the people who wrote the game, they allow for you to kind of choose your own direction.
Your own adventure.
Yeah, I love them too. Those books. Your books, you had those books. So okay, man, I'm nerding out over here. But so anyway, man, that's who I am.
I love choose your own adventure books. That's my shit, boy.
What? I love those. They sent me all of them.
Say word.
They sent me all of them because I was talking about it somewhere. It helped me just get into reading. Now I love to read, obviously, but then it was like a gateway for me.
Yeah, because when you being forced to read, and back in the day, I ain't been in school so long, and my daughter, they have like a library. They go to the library and you pick a book. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out of there with a book.
Yeah.
And I'd always come out with the Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Yeah.
And I remember my teachers be like, really? Another one?
Man.
You'd be like, no, this ain't it.
Does that count? Does it not count? I mean, I remember you pick something, turn the page, and then sometimes you end up, it's over quick.
Yeah. So I guess, you once again have always, in many albums, like even when you go to the Blues project you put out.
Yeah, Big Money.
Big Money, fire, bro. Whew, so good.
Oh, thank you.
You are so entrenched in the journey of finding good music and bringing it to as many people as you can, whether it's what you're doing here with classical, what you've done with R&B, collaborations you've done with hip hop, blues, like making sure that people not only love music, but also cherish and revere and understand the connectivity of Black music.
Yeah.
When you do something like what we have here, Black Mozart, Monk Meditations, and Monk Movements, because you're so heralded for your skills as a musician, is there any negativity from purists that come your way in your attempt to try to like build these bridges and kind of, create new moments out of traditional things? Or
Yeah, I face all kind of backlash. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Tell us more. What do you mean?
It's amazing.
If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping? Is that what you say?
There you go. Look. Wah, yeah. You get it?
Yeah.
I just love it, man. I just think that we can't always all agree, and we here to kind of like battle it out and get to the best idea and make the best person win. I call the record Black Mozart for many reasons, but one of them is, how they talk about who is the greatest, like talk about MJ, LeBron, or Kobe, or Mike, and Mike will be like, man, let the people decide.
Right.
Let the people. I mean, man, music is not a competition. You can't keep score, nothing like that. But as a composer, I see myself as both an artist and also a composer. So that's an interesting, those two pillars are very foundational and very singular for me in terms of my creative ambitions and the goals of certain albums versus other albums. How much of it is a percentage of it as artistry versus composition, or artistry wrapped in composition, or composition from the perspective of artistry. And these are just kind of the axes of John Batiste artistry.
That's
right?
how you compartmentalize the creation of the art in the endeavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who are coming from their worldview is riddled in dogma. So they don't even know
why
or can fully assess. Yeah. It's just like
they don't know that their conditioning
I've received
has
this.
been conditioned.
Yeah, even their conditioning has been conditioned.
That's right.
Top 5,
Yeah.
top 3 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yay! But no, so even their conditioning has been conditioned.
That's right.
But now I'm thinking of that on loop. But yeah, there was, when I was in Juilliard, I even had pushback. I think it's good. I think it's all good. And I think people shouldn't immediately understand what you're doing. I don't think sometimes they should ever understand. It's not for everybody to understand it. But if you're doing the thing that's most resonant for you, that only you could do, that you're born to do, that's like, that feeling when you doing. We talked about that too, just of like, just constantly expanding your vessel.
That's right.
And constantly elaborating on the things that you've been given. I have this theory that we all are born with, at max, 2 or 3 ideas. We have 2 or 3 ideas. And our whole life is just refining and recreating them same ideas. It's not like there's nothing new under the sun. And your ideas that's singular to you, you was born with them from day one. You don't got to go and discover them. You ain't got to go find them. So it's not out there. It's not out there. It's here. So nurture that, trust that, believe in that. And then the noise is less relevant. It's like, I think, and obviously I'm so grateful to have many, many people around the world who are blessed by the music we create. And I'm very grateful to have, I've just been very blessed and it's beyond. It's amazing in the range of people around the world that are fans and supporters. but I also come from a place where if one day nobody wanted to listen to the thing that I was doing, but it was channeling from that place and I was the vessel for that, I would be just okay, same as fine as I'd be fine as I am today, fulfilled as I am today. So yeah, that's where I come from with it. In short, yeah, it's haters, but I don't even see them.
Right. The noise don't matter.
I don't even be seeing.
Well, and in some ways,
I don't even be seeing them. Ebro, I don't see them. I be looking for them sometimes in the moment, and then they go away. I don't see them.
Well, because I think in many ways you're trying to shock the system anyway.
Yeah, it's funny.
So matter of fact, if you don't get some sort of hate,
you ain't doing it right.
Right.
You gotta shock the system, but come from love. It's always the balance of everything.
Yeah. Shake the table just a little bit.
Shake the table a lot, but do it out of.
Now, the John Batiste that we've all watched be celebrated by the world, night shows and all the things. How is it moving from these more, I guess we'll call it, mainstream platforms?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because you consciously was like, all right, this was great, guys. Now I'm gonna go have other musical experiences now.
Yeah.
How has that felt to move away from? I mean, because those tonight, Late Show.
Yeah. Stephen Colbert.
Late Show is a jobby job.
Yeah.
You are reporting for duty every day at 2 o'clock. So.
What? Come on. You ain't miss no day. What you doing? And I was young too. I was honored to be the youngest to ever do that position. Music director of the variety show. The first ever variety show was actually Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole's show, and black variety show, black host.
Yeah.
He's he actually plays this funny, it's this melodica. He has a you can find it online. He plays this color, this shape melodic, this size melodica on the show, one of the opening monologues he does. So that's why I have this color, but I just made that connection.
Wow.
But so like variety show lineage was amazing, but I started when I was in, I was 3 years out of college. And, I've been in school for 7 years. It took me 7 years to graduate because I was touring. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was in and out. I started early, but then when I graduated, we started doing a couple of I was an independent artist for about 15 years, since I was 15 years old. And before I signed the deal. And I still, I signed now, but I own all my masters, and I still, that's my approach, to just kind of be able to create and deliver something in partnership with the label. But it was like, man, I felt that once I got to the point where I was in New York, I was doing the show, I was, 26 years old, and I did that for 7 years. I felt like I had, from school, 7 years, show 7 years. I want to just be able to do whatever it is.
And prior to school, you had your parents on you.
I mean,
and your community, like, hey, did you do your scales today? Did you know what I'm saying?
It was
did you
on
do
me
this
for
today?
It was on me for a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't just scale. You know what it is. You know how it is. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
We come from the funk. Jam.
Yeah.
Get down.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what life is. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Like Monk got a tune called Ugly Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It's deep. I mean,
So you step away from all that and you're able to put this out.
Yeah.
You said earlier in our convo that you knew by memory a lot of Monk.
Yeah, Monk for sure.
Monk is very complicated.
Monk is
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but at the time when Thelonious Monk was creating these things, mathematically there were musicians that could not figure out what he was doing. Is that correct?
Monk he is the most complex yet simple. Is childlike yet is supremely intellectual.
Okay.
It's like, it's so off time and so unexpected that you feel like you know where it's going, but every time it's like a split second later, a split second before. It's just he's the master of symmetry. And people...
Asymmetry or symmetry?
Well, it's the symmetry that comes from asymmetry. So he's presenting something and it appears obtuse and asymmetrical, but when you analyze it,
you're like, oh,
it's the most symmetrical.
Got it.
It's like, oh, this dude is a genius.
Got it.
Like, yo. So there's that. And I think that was misinterpreted, particularly with his piano style in his day, but also he was celebrated. He was on the cover of Time magazine. Monk was, people knew he was a genius. So it was, but I still feel like he was celebrated in the circle of what he was in, but he's also underrated. Like I could go to people in the world today, anywhere, and you could probably say the name Mozart and they'll know that. They'll know, oh, Mozart, yeah. But if you say Monk, they might not know that. To me, they on the same level though.
Right.
And I think because of recency, he was around in the 20th century and
being black
and being, yeah. So
and now the next step, do you feel like if Monk at the time was called classical, the notoriety would be different than him being called jazz?
Yeah, he definitely suffered from public perception of jazz and our reluctance to validate and accept black genius.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that in general is what many of our ancestors, to some of the great black American jazz musicians and musicians across the spectrum of music's face. But I think classical is a deep term too, because what makes it classic? And also it's a deep term because when they were making that music in Europe, it wasn't called classical. It was just the music of the day. And Mozart was making music in all the genres of the day. He was making music, opera, he was making symphonies, he was even making music for comedy. And now we have different names for genres, but really the names come after the fact. So basically the elites, the gatekeepers, the white supremacist institution called something a thing to try to create a hierarchy in music is what I hear you saying. There's a lot of positioning with names and terminology that's meant to create a perception.
Yeah.
And that perception creates a reality.
That's right.
So that perception of what we consider classical creates a reality of what classical music is in the world today and how it's funded and where it's performed and who plays it. The way we perceive jazz and the way that has been in debate. And even the terminology, the name jazz as a name, that's even under debate. Some of the greatest jazz musicians in the world of all time, the creators, the architects of the music don't even claim the name jazz for the music.
Because Miles used to talk about that.
Yeah, Miles, Duke Ellington, there's a lot of Nina Simone.
Yeah.
I find it to be really very much an allegory for the Black American experience and the way that things are very nuanced and there's a lot of dispute over the origin of things and the why of things. And that's why people got to hold the line, and that's why I'm here. That's why people I'm not saying like I'm here and I'm, the greatest. That's for the, people decide. Your legacy is just about you living and knowing, oh, I'm born with all of these gifts and the understanding and the call of my vocation has led me to this place where I'm realizing more and more, it's like, oh, I'm him. I'm that guy that's supposed to do that. So I'm just doing what I'm meant to do and let the chips fall where they may. But that's why it's important, not just from the sake of, I love this and I express it because it's just who I am and that's what comes out on the other side. But it's important because somebody got to hold the line in each generation, and you always find different people in every generation that hold the line of the truth and pass it down. There's oral tradition going back to the Yoruba people in Benin and the Congo, and the way that passes the tradition forward. And then it's also in rhythms. It's also in certain songs. It's also in certain forms. Mm-hmm. The blues form, the 12-bar blues, the inflection of the blues. What that rhythm of the bambula or the clave, how did that create what now, we listen to in all these forms of contemporary music? And how that's another thing I love to say, all forms are modern. All music is modern. If I'm playing it right now, it's modern. And if I'm able to iterate upon it right now, it's modern. So I just feel like we got to have these discussions and open the eyes of the people and break the categorization that marginalizes us and puts our soul in boxes. It's not just putting us in categorization. It's also putting us in places where we can't really fully embrace the fullness of all of these superpowers that our divine cultural inheritance have left us.
There you go.
So I'm just like, but I'm also just having fun and being who I am in the world. Right. And that just happens to be what it is.
You've articulated purpose.
Yeah.
Finding purpose, being rooted in purpose. And I think that compels you and your understanding of what our ancestors left for us to transmit to each other so that we don't lose our way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And how that's woven into everything that we have today, and handing that off to and making sure it's documented.
Yeah. Yeah.
In convo, recordings, etc.
Yeah.
For people to carry it forward.
Man, it's fun too. It's just, there's so much beauty in it.
Yeah.
It's like profoundly poetic.
Yeah.
It's just when you hear it, you listen, just like listening to music, just slow down and listen to real artistry. Like if you just listen to music, it will change your life. There's something in it. There's something in the signals and in the messages, all of the things that are embedded in the chords and rhythms and scales and the vibrations. We're all vibrational frequency. We all just stardust and water. We should all be shining and flowing all the time.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's what we are. So the music is the language of the invisible that points to that. And I believe everything comes from God, and I'm just a channel. It's not me. It's not, we just vessels. It's the divine. It already existed. I've succeeded if I play or write or sing something that feels inevitable, like it always was there. It can only have been that way. Mm-hmm. And when I take these compositions, I try to make it like, oh, yeah, he's flipping this, but it's really just the inevitability of music expressed through the vessel of this musician, inspired by that musician, inspired by the lineage that we've all created as musicians, and making something new that can be carried forward by the next person who hear this record and be like, I'm gonna flip the Batiste version of Mozart from 100 years ago that I found on this documentation. So yeah, it's all a continuum. I'm gonna stop. I be rambling sometimes.
I want people to receive all of this.
I just love being here because I know you understand.
I get it.
Everything I'm saying, and it's like you creating a platform for people to really resonate in it.
I think most of the time people get it.
Yeah, okay? For sure.
They get it. Are they brave enough to put down, I'll use the word put down, their reservations towards what they innately are feeling?
Yeah.
Right? And step into what they're feeling, what they know. And this is with so many things where it feels great, but it feels foreign. Only because it wasn't taught to you.
Yeah.
But you it's speaking to you, right? Like you're there, but you just are maybe afraid of being judged by your community that you come from that never showed you this and may not get it yet. Or, it's not seen as cool, so you're feeling insecure about this thing you're feeling that is beautiful and great and you want to learn about, and you want to scream at the mountaintop that you discovered something that you think will bring people joy or teach people in a moment. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times people are just afraid of, and that's what fear is based in, the unknown. It's based in, and then like we said earlier, people are also afraid to feel wrong.
Yeah, man.
Right? So when you present them with the concept of even your conditioning has been conditioned, they go, so you calling me stupid? And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm calling you to open up to the idea that you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what you think you know, you were told.
Yes.
And so that's it. You were just, and so, and by the way, and that doesn't make, because I can articulate that doesn't mean I don't fall into that same category. You know what I'm saying? What I know is what I was taught too.
Yeah, it's deep how we in this time too, where it's like, I think that's changing, because I think consciousness is being raised. As consciousness is being challenged, you see things going down, and things going up. You see the generations.
That's right.
This is why certain that's why I'm so pleased by the response to these records, Beethoven Blues and now these records. It's like, oh wow, the generations and the time we in is bringing an elevation of consciousness at the same time as we are seeing things that are being challenged. So it's breaking so that it could emerge. It's the crack to have the light come into it. And that's what's deep about being in this time now doing what it is that I do. I feel encouraged just because I see that it's an irrepressible truth that we all have this light within us. And it was put in us before we were born. And you might lose track of it, but you could never, ever fully lose it. And when you see people getting in touch with it, or tapping back in, or polishing it off, and having the soundtrack for that, just having the soundtrack for that journey of your consciousness and your vibrational frequency being elevated, man, that will never go out of style, because that's who we are.
That's right.
It's in us. It's in all of us. So even beyond the context of culture, and even smaller than that, the context of genre, just all of these ways that we box things in, is ultimately the soul and the spirit. And you feel that energy. You might feel like, oh man, I don't understand, or I wasn't taught this, I don't know this or that. But then, or you feel disconnected from the generations above you. But then you go to like a barbecue or a cookout or a basketball game or a community event, and everybody there, and it just feel like the most at home when all of us are there. And it's all just, or like different cultures have different versions of that. And I feel that that's who we truly are. And and more people are embracing that, and just, because and I don't want to get so conspiratorial, but it is a ploy of mass deception to try to separate us from that reality of self.
That's right.
Fully.
Because once they get you lost on your path, they can tell you anything.
Yeah.
So if they separate you, now you lost. You're not connected. You're You're literally disconnected. So now when they give you the coordinates, you don't know which way is up.
Where we at? Who am I? What is this?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, but that is what I'm saying.
Yes.
We put these frequencies out there.
That's right.
That is a tune up.
That's right. The reconnection.
Yeah.
The bridge building. You know what I'm saying? John Batiste, go look for the music. Black Mozart, monk meditations, monk movements. And if you miss Beethoven Blues, go get that. Or like I was saying, Black Beethoven. Or maybe it should be melanated Mozart.
Yeah.
You know? That'll send them. John Batiste, love you, bro.
Melanie!